Welcome to the podcast where we're harvesting humor, planting delight. Join us, Iona and Cammy. Let's have some fun. It's time for Fed by Farmers.
Hello and welcome to the Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson.
And me, Iona Murray.
This week we have a podcast for you. Apologies I'm late. Obviously we've got a podcast for you. That's why you're here. Apologies I'm late. We've been slacking with the editing on all fronts. Podcast, sheep game, big workloads. Make my excuses. We will it get better?
Yes,
you know me. Probably won't. But Adam Sinclair is joining us this week.
Yes.
Adam.
Bit of a different one.
Yes, different. Adam has a sheep background, and weirdly we got chatting. He's got this fantastic business he started with a man with a van into removals, then into containers, and he's just building this massive business. Really interesting. Add to the fact that he was a pro rugby player for a time, so great chat about playing with Finn Russell and various stories like that, playing in France, etc. And he's now into pedigree Suffolk sheep. So he bought a $4,000 tup at Kelso, and he's
going for it.
Absolutely. So we've got all that to talk about. So that's this week's guest on the podcast. We'll speak to him soon. What do we have to do before we do that?
We have to thank our sponsors.
Yes. Thank you to Crystalyx and to Herdwatch for sponsoring the podcast. Despite me being slow in getting things out, Herdwatch have a big push on just now with their new Herd Eye, which is their AI within the app. Basically, you can ask it any random question you like, and it'll pull up the animal you're asking about or the data you want to know. Very interesting. AI is taking over the world. But AI won't replace Crystalyx.
No, never.
No, AI cannot give your sheep extra high energy in the middle of winter. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. I'm not saying never.
No.
But now AI can't do it, so do check them out too. Cattle Booster I'm getting. We've just got ordered some Cattle Booster from them.
Right, what's that?
It boosts the cattle.
Great. That's brilliant.
It's just what it says in the tin.
So good.
That's for extra high energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what
high magnesium, whatever it says. That's what it does. So yeah, just for the cows coming in. So without further ado, we dive right in. Sometimes we do a big chat at the start, but I think we're better do the guest and then we'll do a wee chat at the end.
Let's do that.
Here's Adam. And just before Adam starts, really interesting offer for you in case you don't get right to the very end of the podcast where we talk about it. Adam is offering any farmer with a CPH number, if you phone his office at Hiab Containers Scotland and mention that you heard it on Fed by Farmers, he's doing a refurb container.
Yep.
Usually it's $15.50, I think, for a refurbed 20-foot container. But they'll do 10% off if you say you heard it in Fed by Farmers. So if you're thinking about a container, I'll be honest, I didn't know what price a container was. I thought $15.50 was very reasonable.
So did I.
Like,
I've got no idea.
Repainted, it's all repainted, refurbed.
Looks new, watertight.
Bone dry. Obviously, you can lock it. That's the whole thing. I'm just thinking for like show stuff and bits and pieces, and
yeah, it makes sense.
Stick a quad bike in it or anything. So yes, there we go. That offer is available. You just mentioned Fed by Farmers. Go to Hiab Scotland, Hiab Containers Scotland. Just Google it, and you can get that there. Here's Adam. And we're joined by Mr. Adam Sinclair. We just dive straight into it, Adam. We'll do a wee introduction for and talk about what's coming up, but we've just dove right in here. Tell us a bit about yourself to begin. This one's a bit different. You're a sheep man. Or you have sheep, I should say. You have a farming background, but you're also a big businessman as well.
Yeah, so my grandparents' side of the family, like they're all sheep farmers, shepherd down the border. Still got the farm down there. I can't yet say that I'm a sheep farmer. I'm registered as a sheep farmer, but I don't think it would be fair to say that I'm doing it properly.
Why? How many sheep have you got?
I've got 35, and then I've got like breeding ewes, like mixed in. Half are Suffolk snap, half are Hampshire Downs, and then I've got 45 lambs ready to go away. So if anybody's wanting any store lambs that are really at weight,
you just put them away store, are you?
Yeah, well, they were at weight, and then unfortunately somebody's dog got in and was chasing. I didn't know about it when the fields were renting down the road, and they lost weight, just stressed, and so then I miss kind of the cut now because going into winter the grass isn't as good, and
yeah.
There's half of them are at 40, but I don't want to put half away and then there. So
the store job's unbelievable now, so it's a good move. The store price is above the fat price now. Like, it's incredible.
Is that right?
It's well worth storing lambs, I think.
There's a guy I deal with, Stirling, Ross Forum, and he said that they were foggy. Said
You and him have got matching ears.
I've got cauliflowers, he hasn't he? So, but yeah, he's quite good at advising me and keeping me right. So he's really good at that.
Ross is a good lad, actually. Really good lad. I mean, speaking about the ears, is that rugby or MMA?
Rugby. So yeah, I used to do rugby as a job briefly for 6 years. Can't say I wasn't that good a professional, but yeah, played abroad down in France and England for a bit, and then yeah, so came from that.
So let's go back. So let's start school. Where did you grow up?
All right, I grew up in Bannockburn actually.
Right.
So half a family from Stirling and the other half are from down the borders. So it's kind of two chalk and cheese. So if you want to go right into it, so my dad's side, he was a shepherd, got a farm down in Jed, used to work in Duns. And then my mum's side of the family, nothing to do with farming.
Right.
Gran's a roofer, so grew up in Bannockburn, but quite unique. He was quite a wheeler dealer, and then he claimed all this ground, got plan permission for housing, so sold it off like 200 houses.
Wow.
And then he wanted his 5 kids to kind of live around him. So then my mum was in the bridal trade, had a wine shop, so he bought her a house and all her sisters and their house. So we grew up there, and we thought it was like quite normal. And he had the rest of the estate around there. And my gran was into boxing, and so was my uncle. So we kind of just spent knocking lumps out of my cousins and each other. And
So did you all live really?
yeah, like my mum's side, we all lived in the one street,
That's
and then
so
we thought it was normal. And then the
Yeah.
rest of the street was there where the rest of the houses got built. It was like, and yeah, it was a nice street, like 4 or 5 bed houses, and we just thought normal. Then the cul-de-sac at the end, he built especially for him, and then at a park around the back that he could have had another 2 or 3 houses built on, but he knew his grandkids would be playing in there. So
Yeah.
And this is, what scheme is this in Bannockburn? What's
this
the name
is-
of the scheme?
Uh,
Maybe it's too posh to be called a scheme.
I
but
don't
the
think it was called the scheme. It was
estate.
Steen Square, but Peterswell Bray. So yeah, there was like a Peterswell Bray, Oakham Mountain, these areas. That's what used to be all his fields, and then got houses built on them. And then yeah, overnight done pretty well. And there's like 12 of us. We'd walk to Bannockburn Primary in the morning together.
So you and your cousins?
Yeah, we'd all go to school together, so it was good.
Do they do a lot of teaching about Bannockburn at Bannockburn Primary? It must be a big deal to them, is it not?
Yeah, so they obviously talk about 13, 14 and all these things, and Robert the Bruce and William Wallace, and but you just think it's, when you live there and you grow up there, you think it's kind of normal, you know. And
Does Bannockburn get a lot of tourists off the back of that? Does it?
yeah, we all do up at the McRobert Centre. It's just all been rebuilt and redone the last kind
Yes,
of
aye.
10 years.
Yeah.
I've actually never been in it since I was a kid there, because you never go to these things.
When you live,
When you
so
live there.
true.
Well, it's like probably a lot of us. Like schools all go to like Robert Burns's cottage, but once you're an adult, you
when was
never
the
go
last
to
time you were there?
No, never. Not since primary school, probably. Yeah.
Like Wallace Monument and Stirling
Wallace
Castle,
Monument.
all these things. So yeah, so back into it then my grandparents were down there, and obviously it was quite, you either got that passion, you either like farming, you don't like farming, you either want to be there, you don't want to be there, and I was always desperate to get down. So any holidays or any opportunity I had in the winter, spring, summer, cheap labour for my gran and grandad, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
and kind of was down there for 2 weeks each holidays. A week in the winter, 2 weeks in spring, 2 weeks in summer. I did that from like 7 years old right through to I was 17 till I went away. So I loved it and thought I'd love to do this one day, but there wasn't really any access because my dad and his brothers and sisters, there's 5 of them. It was a huge farm, so then that's going to be their inheritance one day. And at that time in the early 2000s, kind of late 90s, early 2000s, like farming was quite tough
Yeah.
for what I remember. And my gran was like, look, go and do something else, and maybe one day you could come back. And I said, right, Gran, I'm going to go and be a rugby player and be a farm one day. And she went, yeah, this doesn't happen like that. And I was kind of like, oh, well, that's what I want to do, so that's going to be
Your goal.
my goal. And
Well, some would say you can't just go and be a rugby player. You must be very good. Obviously, we've kind of glazed over that a wee bit. The fact that what position? You're a centre. Where did you play?
second row.
Second row. Oh, of course, the ears. I forgot about that. So second row. For what teams did you play in France and England?
Played down at Perpignan, down in the south, and then Albi, which is Toulouse. That was like the second division, and Perpignan were in the top 14 before, and then I had spells at Bristol and London Irish, and then I played at
And me
Rotherham.
starting.
Starting some of the games, and then if I wasn't banned, I was quite bad for getting a red card.
Are we quite dirty?
Quite passionate.
What a lovely way to put it.
I've learned that over the years. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have said that 2 years ago, but
Bad discipline.
yeah, but really bad discipline, I'd say, and which actually helped me going into business. So I'd always be, you know, help your teammates. You're getting sent off 30 minutes in a game, are you? Even though the French love it. They love a red card and a yellow card. I think you're
Like
off
passionate,
it.
as you say.
And then I fitted in quite well after
Yeah.
there until they said, right, you can't get 3 red cards in one season, 4 red cards, and I was like, right, fair enough. Because they're paying you a salary and you're missing games.
Yeah, that's the real reason. Because it's not just the game you're sent off. You're then banned for whatever 3 games or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Really?
Is it
Yeah,
3
it
games?
could be just depending on what you're doing.
Right,
If you get
okay.
banned in France, you have to do something really bad.
All right,
Right,
France
okay.
don't mind too
If you-
much.
You don't mind. If you come back here in the UK and you're done
Quite
half
strict.
of that, you'd be like,
Either.
What's and you play at Bristol, obviously Bristol Bears.
yeah, just before they changed it, it was I think they went under Bristol. They changed it. It was the guy that bought the football team. So we were training at Clifton. It was like old change rooms, like you would be like.
What year was this? How long ago was this?
2016, 15, just when they were getting promoted.
Okay.
Right.
So like you had like Gav Henson and all these guys were playing the championship to go back up to the Premiership, but they were playing like a Premiership team apart from me, and then to go back up to there and
And was Gavin Henson in the team when at the time you were there?
yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Do you know why Gavin Henson is famous out with rugby?
No.
Quite topical actually, because she's became quite popular recently. But he married Charlotte Church. I don't know if he married her. He was certainly with Charlotte
Yeah,
Church.
they had a few kids together.
Yeah, I
Right,
don't know if he married her,
okay.
but yeah, Charlotte Church. She very topical actually, because she
She's in
became.
the traitors.
She was very popular, I think, digging something out of a grave or something. I saw that going about TikTok.
Was she?
Well, she's quite chesty, and she's like digging like with a low cut
See,
top.
to be fair though, I did actually think
that
that
why
was
it's-
poor of them for putting that out.
Oh, was it a bad edit? Was it crude?
It was well, it was no, it's because it's
That's the
not
only part
crude.
of the only part of the traitors I've seen is that and a few Alan Carr jokes.
Oh, have
'Cause
you?
He seems to be quite funny, Alan
Aye,
Carr.
it's funny.
But so very topical. Charlotte Church is back in the media for that.
Is that right?
And we're talking about Gavin Henson. So yeah, he was famous for. Well, he's obviously famous in rugby scenes because he was a 15 for Wales, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he 15?
I think 15,
10 and
mostly
10.
15 or 12, or could play kind of everywhere.
Aye, he
Had
could-
the
he
fake
could kick a
tan
ball.
and
Slick back, black
Yeah.
hair,
Really?
and
Did he put on fake tan?
well, he's a
Yeah.
bit of a pretty boy
Right.
type look
Did
about
you
him.
wear fake tan?
nah, I wouldn't get away with it.
Too
The
pale
Welsh
looking.
get away with it. It was always like a Welsh thing. I remember playing with the guy James Hook as well, and he had before he'd go away for Six Nations and stuff like that. He always you've been at
The tanning.
There's been the tanning. He's like
He's hard day rugby boys, isn't it?
funny.
I know. He wouldn't be like. He'd be like, it's obvious. He
Yeah.
obviously had a few showers and that before.
Aye.
I think it was to make it look like he actually had a tan when he was living in France. Because he went back to obviously the Welsh boys. He wouldn't want to be like
Peely Wally.
Peely Wally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else did you play? Anybody else we would know that you played with? I mean, Stuart Hogg went to Bristol, but that would be after you.
He was down at Exeter.
Exeter was it? Aye,
Um,
sorry, he was at Exeter.
He was kind of like
yes.
surrounded.
Oh, I
with
tell you where
s-
Bristol's in my head because Emma Orr's at Bristol. Emma Orr, who
yeah,
was
I've
in the
heard her.
ladies'
Yeah,
team.
yeah, good rugby player.
And
for the
Bristol
women's team.
became very famous recently because they took Alona Marr, however you say it, the big American influencer who's a great rugby player as well. She was in the sevens
Yeah, I
team.
saw that.
She went to Bristol Bears and that really.
Right.
But she's got like some of the most followers for.
She's the most followed professional rugby player in the world.
Yeah.
And she's a female. But the interesting thing is they had, I think their first game when she played, they had to move to a different stadium to get enough seats.
Is that right?
Because she's so
You're
popular. Aye, she's so popular.
Wow.
But, which is good for women's rugby. It was all a big PR before
Yeah.
the Rugby World Cup.
yeah.
And it worked because they sold out Twickenham, didn't they? They sold out Twickenham for the final.
Right.
Yeah,
wow.
they did.
which
we
was-
watched it in Bath. We were on a stag do down in Bristol 4 weeks ago. So didn't really go down well with a couple of the boys, but
Oh, yeah.
dressed them up the wrong way. And then,
England won it, yeah. So who else did you play with?
guys, people know Henry Tuolangi, So he would like.
Was he a brother or a?
He's the oldest brother.
Oldest
or,
brother, yeah.
He's the biggest one. He makes like.
God, he must be huge.
The man,
then.
yeah, he's massive.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
huge guy, and there was a lot of good players
Did
there
he
at the
play in
time.
the pack, or was he a centre, or
He's a number 8.
he's an 8? Yeah,
He was like
okay.
6'2", 145 kilos, the fastest player in the team. But I was kind of learning my trade. I was only 19 when I went there.
Right, okay.
I was in South Africa for a year before that, and
Playing college rugby over like
Eh,
full pro rugby, or
I was at Western Province like academy.
right?
So kind of, how do you get there? Backtrack. Went to Loreto, got a scholarship to Loreto from Bannockburn, which is two different worlds.
Is Bannockburn high school?
Yeah, Bannock was a high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so then Bannockburn to Loreto, and then
So what's Loreto?
Loreto's a boarding school out in Musselburgh. It's a
Right,
private school. It's
okay.
kind of like
Oh, it's a Scottish school.
yeah.
God,
And I thought it was in France.
Oh, so Loreto.
Yeah,
I've never heard of
Loreto,
it.
yeah.
Right, okay.
So kind of,
So so what happens in that situation? Does somebody from that school like see you play rugby and then offer you a scholarship? Like, how does that work?
basically that you're playing club rugby and they're giving scholarships, kind of part scholarships, full scholarships out to guys. I was playing to Stirling County. There was a good bunch of us coming through, and they said, right, do you want?
Come to private school.
And I was going to go to Dollar, which was like a private school. My mum went to go there and see a bit of crack, and I was like, I'm not going there. And all these posh boys with blazers and stuff like that. And I used to take the mickey at my mates at Stirling who were at Dollar for wearing these blazers. And Loreto was seen as kind of a posher
Step
school,
up.
step up from that. So
Even
they never
posher
slagging
again.
me off.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing tweed kilts and jackets on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I remember actually my first day at Loreto in Musselburgh and walking down the high street and had my red blazer on and white shirt on, and all the grammar boys from Musselburgh shouting at me, oh, you posh. And I was thinking to myself, looking around going,
Homophobic
who are they
slurs
talking
lately.
to? And, I'm like, and they're like, they're talking to us, Adam. And I was like, oh. So I started giving them pelters back over the street. And they were like confused, being like,
Aye, why is this
he's
guy
not
speaking
posh.
up? Did you have to wear a kilt?
A kilt on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday for chapel. And I was kind of like,
Right, so is it like a Catholic private
it was
school?
it's seen as a Catholic.
So that's where the Italian Loreto bit comes in, is it? Or something? I
You
think
could be right, Cammy, yeah.
Some
I didn't look too much in it at the time, yeah, but the
some papal reference or something.
Did
like
you
that,
have to be Catholic to go?
probably back in the day, but
Yeah.
for me,
if you're
Didn't
paying, you
matter.
don't care.
yeah, they don't care. Like I was on a part scholarship, so but like
Aye, so it's subsidised fees because you're sports.
sports and
Because the private schools take it serious. Like rugby,
Yeah.
the biggest proportion of professional players come from private schools. Like,
they would do, which is a shame because you playing both like state school and like Stirling County as a kid, and then going to Loreto, like a lot of the good, some of the better players in the team actually have came on there on scholarships, and it's just a money thing, isn't it? Like it's easier just to pocket hold Edinburgh and Glasgow and Ayrshire schools and like any up in Perth because they've got a programme.
yeah.
Whereas the club teams kind of fall behind because they're only getting training twice a week, and then the private school training. I was going to the gym every day.
Aye, private school, you're in a proper regime.
Yeah,
making
the
into
strength conditioner there from
Yeah.
South
Really?
Africa, and you're going there, and then that's how I ended up going to South Africa anyway. But
What was the school like? Like what? Like
it was like a wee bit like Hogwarts in a way. You have big long tables, and
was it?
I remember going there and
See, Iona, you went to an absolute Povo private school. She went to Wellington. Like, which,
a couple of the boys I played with went there. What
Oh
did you?
really? I'm 29.
And a guy, Robbie Ferguson.
Bro, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a few years above me.
Yeah, he went
what age are you?
32.
Okay.
So
Is
that's
he
tough
living
paper around
abroad
the road.
now?
No, I was going to say I don't know him. I'm older again. So Max Adler was a boy who was quite good at the rugby at Wellington when I think that was his name. I
Right.
can't really think of any other boys.
No.
Alistair Hutton was quite good, but I think he was Wellington. He was Ayr, but I don't think he was Wellington.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of the boys went Ayr. But Ayr also had a good club team. It was my favourite game. We were playing at Heriots or.
Well, they're the
Stirling.
best club team now, out with Glasgow and Edinburgh.
Yeah, they're really. To be fair, they've got a good club system, and then they've got a great.
good backing.
Yeah,
The board,
and I
good
like
money.
it when I went to go down there. It was always good fun. You'd always definitely get a card there, didn't it?
Yeah.
All the money they spend on players, the pitch is always stinking. But it was, but no, they're a good club. They're a really good club.
Yeah.
Down at Milbury, You talk about Stirling County there, but the best rugby player in the world comes to Stirling County. Is that right?
Well, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah. Finn Russell.
All right.
I saw a few guys talking about it. I think the World Rugby Player of the Year is
Yeah.
quite soon.
Yeah, I think he could be up there.
Oh, he's definitely
Really?
up there.
Oh, that's
Whether he
great.
gets it or no, I don't know, but he's definitely up there.
We all played.
Look at how he played to the Lions. He had a great Lions tour.
He's so laid back. Like,
Good club season. Like,
oh, he's played. Even he'll tell you that like we were all that year growing up at Stirling from like.
was he your age?
See, he was the
He
year
must be about
above,
your age.
but we played this under-18s team. But we played
Right.
like we're always minis together all the way through, and like there's a bunch of them. Like,
But he was in a private school, was he?
no, he was at Bridge of Allen Primary, and then he went to Wallace High. But Bridge of Allen's kind of
Posh anyway.
but-
Yeah.
Posh.
So
It's
they've
like
got-
Troon.
but
It's like true now. Yeah.
yeah, like that, definitely.
Yeah.
But no, they've got a good school set up, and he wasn't like, to be fair, he wasn't even looked at up until under. I remember I was playing Scotland under 20s a year early with a couple of boys who now have had really good careers, like Jimmy Batty, who's plays prop, and they're all my age. And then they asked if I could give Finn a lift to training one day, and I kind of thought at the time, being like, why is he going? Because he was like, he wasn't really your type of player at the time. And then we played this England Counties game, and he got a start, and he was just chip kicking. I think he chipped to 10, chipped to fullback, and we're just looking at each other going, where's this come from?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he was unbelievable. And then that was kind of the end of it. Like,
yeah.
he
that
was,
him.
and they had like a golden boy at the time who was playing, who was in the Edinburgh system, and they wouldn't put him Finn ahead of him, so I had to play Finn at 12.
Right.
Oh, is that right? Because he had this other guy at 10. Who was
Yeah.
that?
A guy, Harry Leonard.
Right.
He was
okay.
good, but
Yeah.
I think he even knew himself then. He was like, but he had spent all this time in
Yeah.
him, but yeah, fair play to him. He's done incredible. And
The thing I like about Finn Russell, apart from the fact obviously he's Scottish and an unbelievable player, is just, well, one, his swagger is one thing, but he just looks like a wee guy.
he probably, he doesn't.
He's just like I've heard my
Unassuming.
no, he's definitely not unassuming, but he's got the swagger all the time about him, and he's got a presence, of course he has, because he's Finn Russell. But like, I mean, I'm probably bigger than him. Like, I've had my photo with him.
Probably
like,
are, yeah.
he's got wee skinny arms, and
He's
he's wee
quite-
belt. Like he doesn't.
Really? What is it? Is he fast?
It's just pure talent. It's just hand-eye
Right,
coordination.
okay.
Yeah.
It's just hand. Oh, his tackling's brilliant. His running's brilliant. He just has it. But like, it's just confidence and hand-eye coordination. It's just
Yeah.
unreal.
His brothers are like that as well. His brother, like, they're quite all round.
Aye.
Two brothers are the same. They're
Just
quite all round
mavericks.
sportsmen. They're like good at badminton, good at tennis. They're
Right,
good at
okay.
Aye.
they're good at everything. They're kind of, they could take their hand to any sports, to be fair, at the three of them. But Finn's obviously the chosen one at the three
Yeah,
of them,
he's certainly a chosen one. Did you ever get a cap for Scotland or get close to it?
Nah, I wouldn't. I was told to come back up to Scotland one stage, and I was told to come to back in the UK to,
So you're available for selection.
well, just to, they were having a look at the time, because there was a lot of good second retiring, but a couple of years younger than me, there's a lot of better ones that have came through.
yeah.
Okay.
I maybe been doing myself harsh, but I was just, but I wasn't.
But second row, you said.
Yeah.
So the second row, you've got the Grey brothers to fight against.
Yeah, me and Johnny were played together at 20s all the way through, and like, you look at Johnny, you're just like, how are you that good? But he just was. He was just got in his second gear, and that was him for the rest of the. And
Yeah.
he tried really hard, whereas Richie didn't really try and was just good.
Yeah.
So, but they're complete two opposite type of players, but they're good. Look at these guys and the other ones that are playing now. They're miles ahead, you know. And
Oh, the game is changing a bit in terms of like, yeah, just even your forward packs now, the sheer speed of them, and
they're not as big actually. As
more mobile, fast rugby,
faster.
get to the breakdowns,
Yeah.
which makes it more exciting in a lot of ways too.
Yeah, they're. You want the game to be faster, you know. And my type of game where I was playing, like, you're maybe a couple of big carries a game in there, and you're getting involved in it and disrupting it, like that kind of stuff's kind of gone now, you know. And it's all about a faster, speedier game, more attractive game, and you've got to be fitter. You can't be carrying any extra weight. So no, I was very lucky to.
Was the money rubbish?
When I first started off, the money was good. Like, you get a car, an apartment, and you paid, and
Oh,
it's
really?
amazing to come out.
In France, aye.
Yeah,
Aye, aye.
and
And what was that like? Sorry, just like going to France, like just Did you know anybody? Like, were you
I
just...
don't know anybody. I just rocked up. I went from Cape Town back home, got my bags, and then arrived there, and I could say bonjour and au revoir, and that was it. And then I remember telling my French teacher at school that no point me taking French because
Never
I
need
need
it.
it. And then there I rock up there, and I'm like,
Damn it.
this lost lad from Bannockburn. But yeah, I learned it, and the lessons, we did lessons twice a week, and
Oh, did they give you languages?
yeah, it was compulsory because the long lunches you do, and
Okay.
I remember sitting next to like a couple of the rugby guys. Like, he's from Swansea. He'd be like, "Not got a clue there, mate." And then you only learnt from going out on the piss and for
Speaking to
beers and
people.
Trying to chat at buds.
yeah, basically at 19, yeah, you're on
Yeah.
about. You're like,
Yeah.
you stick it like a sore thumb. You've got blonde hair and you're not the tannedest guy, and you're what, 6'5", 6'6", and you're like, and so you stand out. So you're,
Yeah.
but it was good though. You look back, and I remember a guy saying to me, he was a good rugby player. Luke Narrow, people who are a bit older might remember him, played at Gloucester and stuff. He said, look, even the rugby career doesn't go the way you want. The biggest regret you'll ever make is if you don't live here and learn another language. And I thought, he's probably right.
Yeah.
And it made me like think, right, and I still use it. I was back in France this year on a holiday, and you're down at the boulangerie and you're talking away and you're doing orders for all your family and like friends and stuff like that, and they were like, this guy can barely speak English, and he's ordering the full set menu for everyone, and they respect it as well.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and,
definitely.
and so no, it did me really good, and because I never thought my wildest dreams going from Bannockburn to Loreto, then to France, South Africa, then France, and it was a wild. It was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, so you get like your car and your apartment and stuff, and then do you get paid a set salary?
Yeah.
Right.
You get a salary. I know it would have been on like 30 grand, but 30 grand's a lot when you've got a car and apartment.
Oh,
$30 grand
aye.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was putting weight on at the time, and they were wanting me bigger because they were like, right, you're not a 7 as a 6 over there. They do it vice versa.
Right, okay.
So you're like, you're not big enough. You're not. He was like, I'm
That's
stuck in
rugby
two minds.
that's
You're going to be a
rugby
6 or
positions, aye,
second
innit?
row. And they were like, right, you're not going to be a 6. We need you bigger. So they gave me like a food card for this place called Crescendo, and I could go eat there whenever I want.
No
that
way.
right?
But I was eating the wrong stuff. like,
Right, okay.
like chips and all. Well, steak. I was eating steak and all the bits and bobs. But yeah, and
So you just got fat rather than putting
Well,
the
I was getting
mass
bigger. I
on.
wasn't putting all their good weight on. I remember a guy. Do you remember him? Ali Strawkosh. He used to play back row. He's from East Kilbride.
Yeah, I don't think I know that.
Played sick. Quite. Look at him. He's quite
Played for
scary.
Scotland?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
He was a really good player. Absolutely looked like another.
Ali Strocco?
Yeah, Ali Strawkosh.
No,
Ali
Strawkosh.
Strawkosh.
No, don't go.
Anyway, I remember him. He was an ultimate trainer, like powerlifting.
Okay.
He didn't do the gym programs that the French did because he was like the rubbish. He was powerlifting, doing all different things.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, he'd be like, take that card off you, mate, because it's obviously you're eating all the wrong stuff. And I remember, I think at the time going, who's this guy? But he was just looking out for you. But
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah.
he was ahead of the time. Like
Okay.
the French at the time, to strength and conditioning, what you should be eating.
Mm-hmm.
French just wanted you big. It didn't matter how big you were. If it was muscle and a bit of fat, they were just like,
Bigger the better.
right, we want you to get to 124 kilos.
And did they tell you you weren't
Okay.
going to be a 6 because you were too slow? Or why did they say you weren't going to be a 6?
I think they just thought that maybe this is justifying it to myself. maybe definitely the pace wasn't there. I was getting slower.
They just thought my hair was too good. I can't be there.
I know you get a pair of cauliflower ears on them, but no, they just thought that they were stuck in two minds whether what was going to do, and they thought, right, I think you'll be long term a second row. You're starting to fill out. I think we can see you as it, and you're
Probably that height as well. You know, it's quite common with a second row to be about that height, isn't it?
yeah. And I was actually still growing at 19, I
Right,
was getting
okay.
really sore shins at the time, and it's quite weird at 19 to
Yeah.
be grown, and I grown an inch when I was there, and they were like, right, you're definitely going to be. But I had some of the best second rows in the world, well, in Europe anyway, playing the two French second rows, the Welsh second row, all these guys, and the Samoan captain. So you're like learning from the best guys. So it was really, really, looking back, you don't realise how lucky you are at the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
it sounds like great. That's what we're talking about so much. It just sounds like a great
I know.
experience. Like, in rugby is such a big link to farming. Like, most farmers like the rugby. And
Yeah,
so it'll be
yeah.
interesting to hear those stories.
Just with obviously you're employed by them. Are there are they strict about you going out and drinking and that side of things?
When I was in South Africa, the guy said to me, you can go out and party as much as you can as long as you're in here at 7 o'clock on the dot.
Okay.
And you train as hard and you play well at the weekends. And I thought, I'm going to like it here. This is good. And then France, they were kind of, as long as you want to get in trouble on nights out and bring it back to the club, they were probably more strict now.
Okay.
But back then, I don't think they really cared. The boys went out Friday, Saturday. If it was Friday game, they'd be out Friday, they'd be out Saturday. Be lock-ins and bars.
Really?
Oh, it's mad. I remember my childminders at the time, because I was the youngest in the team, was a guy, Kisi Pulu, and he was a Tongan prop, and Henry, and we were getting chucked at this nightclub, and I was propped up against there, and Henry and Kisi, they've obviously, bouncers have phoned them, and they just rocked up in this car, and honestly, like, picked me up by the back of my belt, right off the ground, just launched me in the back of the car. And they made me clean their house for like the rest of the weekend. Because I'm like Islanders. Like Islanders are quite like that. And my flatmate is a guy, I don't know if you watch a lot of Six Nations, a guy, Tommaso Allen.
Yes, yeah, the Scots boy plays for Italy, 10
Yeah.
at Italy. Yeah.
So we're best mates. And
Oh, aye.
and
What's his story again? He is born in Scotland,
he's born in Italy.
born in Italy, but his dad's Scottish.
His dad's Scottish, South African. His dad was born here and brought up in Durban.
Right.
Right.
And his mum's Italian. So
Very good player.
good player, yeah. So he was really professional, and I was out on the lash, and Tommy would be like, "Where are you?" And I'd be like, "I'm at Casey's house. I'm cleaning the house." And you used to put a pig on, and like it's like quite Islander style. You put a pig on the back of the garden, and
Like a roast.
a roast, yeah.
Right.
But usually spin it. I'd just be sitting there turning it for 8 hours. That was my punishment at the back. They were like. But they were like
Drinking beers though at the same time.
yeah, I was drinking beers at the back, sitting there. No phone taken off me.
Really?
Yeah, get dropped off on the Sunday night, go and get my stuff, get ready for training the next day, and be like, but like even still speak to them now, speak to him and his wife, because their son's now playing for France, and they were like Sapolos, and last year was playing, or was the year before was playing, so they were like, you better try and catch up with him, for 'cause I used to babysit him. He's now like 6'5", 150 kilos. Like I used to get stuck with all the kids to look after the kids, because I was the youngest in the team. So we're like, right, Adam will do it.
Yeah.
So
now they're big men.
yeah,
playing,
they're
playing
big,
rugby.
yeah.
It's a good way to make you feel old.
Yeah.
But so you obviously did this fantastic rugby career.
I don't know about that. That's quite pricey.
No,
So-
believe me, compared to a lot of folk would say when they're just playing at Kilmarnock or Ayr, they had a great rugby career. So I think you've done all right by the sounds of it. Obviously never quite get that Scotland thing, but tough competition. Scotland's so bloody good now as well.
Yeah, to be fair, the depth they've got,
tremendous.
and all the young guys coming through. Like I would never have. A few of them I've played with Stirling and are now playing. They'd play in the second. So, but they had that extra discipline and extra 10% that you need. Which
Are you?
maybe I didn't.
Do you still play rugby?
I just stopped 2 years ago.
Right.
So I was playing at Heriots and Stirling County. I finished my last year. I wanted to go full circle. So I finished my last season. It was quite nice to start there as a
That is
kid
nice. Yeah.
at 9 and finish there.
Yeah.
And then that's
So that you.
done.
So once you finished the rugby, you've now moved into new ventures. How did you get into? Or tell us what you're doing now.
So self-storage. So when I first came back, when I was going to take a year out from professional rugby, because wasn't going my way, bad injury, wasn't playing well, maybe deflecting the fact that I wasn't probably being the best professional I could have been. And so I took a year out, and then I started a removals business, and I thought, right,
How did that start?
You like lifting things?
I just thought I'd been moving about from different countries for a while, I thought, and I always was interested in how much they make and how much they charge, and then knowing their wages, and then I think, well, that's quite good margins in that actually. So I bought one van, and scraped together some money, had like 18 grand or something like that, and then by the time I bought my van, advertised maybe 4 grand left, and I thought, right, better start making some money here. So I had no experience in removals, just went round industrial estates chapping as many things. I says, look, I need to get some jobs in. I started shifting kitchens, and they said, right, do maybe a kitchen in the morning before 9, then go and do a full removal after, and do that kind of every day. And then bought another van, and then fast forward it, reinvested, and bought my competition out in Stirling, my other 2 competition out in Falkirk, and then now got 5 removal businesses and I bought
Amalgamate all work under one name? Or?
under one. They work separately, but they work under the one brand.
Yeah, okay.
So I've got like Stirling, Sinclair, Larbert Carriers and Falkirk, Letford Removal, Stirling, Britannia, Edinburgh, Glen Transport and Tillicoutre, and then started the container stuff, bought 1 container. Thought, that's quite good, I'm renting that out for X, and I'm not really working for it. So I thought, right, long-term plan was I'll keep building that up as well. I've got Stirling self-storage now. It's like 240 containers, and built that up. And then I've got Edinburgh self-store now, which is another 240. And I've got the indoor storage, and just then I'm 9 years in, I don't know how I've got here.
It's mad.
That's
so impressive. Though.
I don't know. I still don't know how. I'm still scrapped. But in my head, it's funny. Like, I actually think, like, you've always got your why and your want, and everybody's got a different why and why they're doing it. Like, mine was like, right, I've kind of not taken all the opportunities I was given in my rugby stuff. Whereas if a lot of kids had one of those opportunities and done well with it, I was constantly given opportunities. In France and South Africa, down in England, and a lot of coaches believed in me, and a lot of top end coaches. And I remember 2 of them saying to me, if you don't play regular top 14 or play for Scotland one day, it's no one's fault but yours. And that was the Toulouse head coach now, who's won 4 European Cups, and then it was Andy Robinson at Bristol, and they don't know each other, so they obviously seen something. And I wasn't being the best professional. I was going out in the piss. I was doing all these things. So I thought, when I started the removals, and all my mates that now are playing for Scotland and had really successful international careers, I thought, right, how do I kind of repay them back a wee bit for kind of letting them down a bit? And I thought, right, I'm going to make a real success of this removals and storage game, and kind of, because you do want to look back and go, I could have done this, could have done that, and go, right, move on. Like, you want to have a good go at it. So that's what I thought, right, I'm going to really push this.
Aye, and you started one van and built it up, but like obviously the amount you've expanded in 9 years, like you must have been borrowing a lot of money as well to keep the thing moving. Like,
I wasn't at the start. I was putting it all back in. So kind of old school, kind of going back to like your granddad's a roofer and your other granddad's a shepherd. Like, it's hard graft. So watching them, you kind of they were always reinvesting. Apart from my granddad had to maybe take a mortgage out to buy the farm. He was always reinvesting. So you're always watching these things. So all the profit I made for one, I'd buy another van. I got to maybe 7 or 8 vans and trucks, and I thought, right.
And at that point, you hadn't borrowed anything?
I hadn't borrowed. And I thought, people were like, that's not sustainable if you want to kind of get to the next step. So then I took a mortgage out on the ground I bought.
Okay.
And then done that. But even up till 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I hadn't lent to buy any containers. I was up at like 400 and I'd just been putting all my money back in. But I think there was something good to show about that you could double it.
Scale it, yeah.
You could scale it if you keep your lifestyle to a minimum. You want a odd good thing in life, but if you keep it to a minimum, and because it's easy to get ahead of yourself because you've seen this cash you're making to go and spend it on a fancy car or a big mortgage, but then I knew that would plateau me in terms of like, because you'd be committed to that mortgage, and then
it's liabilities, not assets.
Yeah, exactly, Cammy. So I thought, but then when I bought, even the acquisitions I've done recently, they've been cash, not physical cash, but cash acquisitions.
Taxman's not listening, don't worry. You buy them however you want.
I know, just use that. But one of the new places I'm buying it now is a few million. It's plus. I've not got a few million in my bank account just to go.
Yep.
Boom, but I can lend against the equity in the current ground I've got. So that'll be my first big lending. So I'm actually really chuffed with myself that I was able to get to that stage.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Without lending.
And what is your turnover?
For the removals would be 1.6.
Yeah, okay. And what about the containers, self-storage?
That'll be 800.
800.
But most of that's sheer profit.
I was about to say a lot less expensive, because removals is all wages, vehicles, expenses.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, so
containers is a container.
Yeah.
somebody maintaining the place a bit. Low wages. It's aye.
Yeah, so it's most of the turnover. When you get your cost per week pre-VAT, most of that's profit. Whereas if you look at removals, you've got your men, you've got your maintenance, 6 weekly checks, you've got all sorts there. So, but there's still good money in it. But the cost of labour these days and
Getting the right folk.
right people, it's hard. Like I'm
Folk
quite old.
damaging things. And,
Yeah, exactly. So when you've got to be on it, we're doing like 7 or 8 removals a day,
aye.
every day. So it's like
The chances of
the
things.
chances are you've got to have the right procedures in, checks every day. So it's a harder way of making your money, but I can't forget where I came from.
Yeah.
Well, and it's making good money. So it's not like it's a weight round your neck. It's obviously making good money as well.
Yeah, it is, but probably self-storage makes the same profit, less turnover,
half the turnover, but same profit.
same
Same
profit
profit.
margin. But
But it goes
kind
back.
of 80-20% rule, like I'm spending 80% of my time on removals sometimes and 20% myself, but the self-storage make the same.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, and I was quite strategic on how I bought my places. So they're all next to McDonald's and a McDonald's or a Sainsbury's and things like that. So they're good locations. So
Big footfall,
yeah,
so folks see them.
yeah. But yeah, like I've not got any appetite to slow down. I want to keep
going. And what's this new bit that you're buying?
It's
So
another business that's already established, is it?
yeah, I can't.
Oh, right.
I've been up to shake the guy's hand. I like shake a hand before you do a
Yes.
deal. I've shook his hand.
But the deal's not
But it's
through
not
yet, so
yet.
it's top
Money's
secret,
not in the
that's
bank
fine.
yet,
Yeah,
so
of
the deal's
course.
not done because
Yeah.
I've been a few times. The deals, the money,
It falls
through.
apart.
falls apart. So there's a couple ones I'm pushing for. There's one in Glasgow. There's one.
Right.
There's one in another place. So I'm pushing a couple. There's 3. So it's all self storage. So I'm just pushing for there.
Because interestingly, I was saying to Adam actually just before we started recording it, interestingly, I listened to a podcast of a guy that has a self-storage business. That's partly when we spoke, I thought this would be a good one to chat about in the podcast because I just find it fascinating. Like it's just such a good business.
Yes.
Eh,
And sorry, I was just doing the or were you going to keep on saying?
No, but he talks about his profit. Dean
Booty.
Dean Booty.
Yeah.
Right.
He's dead open, talks about his profit on each site and what costs have been. And I think he had a break in the other week and he talks about how he dealt with that and X, Y, and Z. The
Yeah.
cost of repainting everything every so many years. And
Yeah.
he's very, very good about it and open. And it makes it seem like a
Doddle.
it's essentially passive income once you're up and running, which is
Yeah.
the goat of
It's
incomes.
hard. It's got harder now. I think if I hadn't got into it 7 years ago, 8 years ago, it'd definitely be harder now because all the good locations are kind of taken up, but there's still space for people to get in. But you want to get the right location, and like obviously you're quite
Do you
close.
think I could
So
put one at the end of the road here?
I sell containers now as well, so I could definitely advise you. And
I order me 100. I'll just clear a bit and get going. So you set a container up. So I suppose we should get the maths on it. And it's not too dissimilar with Tom Blackwood on the podcast. I don't know if you know Tom at Blackwood Plant Hire. Maybe not because it's a totally different area for you. But he's got he does do some self storage. But his big thing is like industrial units.
yeah,
So he does really
there's good money in that commercial. Was that the boy with the
Valley Black Nose.
Yeah, Valley Black Nose.
Valley
Listen-
Black Nose,
Yeah,
that's
listen to him. Yeah.
That's Tom. So he's he's got he's more of them going up. Like he's got a waiting list like you own, and he's building more again. Like, and he just does it really high end, really immaculate. And he's absolutely flying.
Well, he probably started off with his dingy wee units and he's built them up. He's probably got a footprint now on plan on right. This is how I do it. This
Well,
is
it's copy and paste for
Yeah.
the planning and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, and the infrastructure's there, the roads, the entrance, the
Yeah.
water, the electric, everything's there. You know,
Yeah.
but that initial done would be the worst bit, and then building it up. But for the containers, right? Say you're going out there, you're putting a container in. What's a container rent for a week?
depends on your area.
Okay.
Depends on your area.
If it's a rich guy, Edinburgh's more than.
Edinburgh's nearly double to Stirling is, and Stirling's quite
Really?
a good area.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's just
Glasgow cheaper again.
Glasgow's different to Edinburgh, isn't it? People spend their money
Yeah.
more in Glasgow, I'd
Do
say.
they? Aye.
In certain things.
Yeah. Okay.
Depends on the areas of Glasgow. Edinburgh's more dense in terms of like you've got a big wealthy area right in the centre. Whereas Glasgow, you've got pockets everywhere.
Aye, there's Newton Mearns
Newton
and
Mearns, Hillington, you're out at what do you call it?
Bishop Briggs is no bad.
Bears Den.
Bears Den's
If
nice.
you're really posh, you go out to Mulgai.
Mulgai.
And then you're coming to the back of Stirling again. Forget you come to the back of there. So it's you've got pockets everywhere.
Aye, Kirkintilloch and all these bits out that way.
Lindsay, they bought a lot. So but Glasgow's got a lot of self-storage places in it now.
Well, I went to pick up, I must have bought, no, it wasn't this table, I bought something for the unit or something like that, and I went to pick up for somebody at they obviously buy and sell bits, like it was one of these containers just rammed with random things, obviously stick in Facebook Marketplace, but it was a place that, it must have been like 6 or 7 stories high. Is it the Big Yellow Container Company or the Big Yellow,
yeah.
The Big Yellow Storage Company or something like that it was called, or the Big Storage Company, whatever it is. It was just this massive building with hundreds of wee, they just made loads of wee rooms.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was just wee tiny containers, and there was just a boy in the desk at the bottom, and I thought, man, if these are all packed out, like some money made at this building.
There's no money in it, mate.
So it sounds.
How many staff do you have?
On the removals, we'll have about 22 boys in the jobs, and then 7 in the office.
Right, okay.
And then we've got one person going around checking the sites, and we've got 2 girls dedicated to self-storage. So it's...
And have you sort of kept on staff, like when you've been buying these different businesses, or how's that?
I've kept them on, but it's been difficult because we're running at such a pace. Like, you know what it's like when you take on a business, it's like the removals, I'm used to doing it this for 20 years, this is how we do it. But
And also, were you coming in at sort of 24, 25?
26 to 45-year-old guys.
26. That must have been, was that tricky to navigate?
It was at the start, but then you get going, you get a bit of confidence, you know, right, a bit of belief in yourself, you go, well, I'm actually doing something right here. Because if they would be one.
And also, you're not desperate anymore.
No, it was at the start. You know what it's like, I was desperate for any jobs I could get, and now you could.
Well, it's like me when it started, if I got a chance a bit of grunt, it was, I'll take it. Now you're asking, many acres is it? You know, when's it for?
Yeah.
You know, is it well fenced? Whereas before, I just like, yes,
I'll take it.
I'll have
Aye. Now you're a bit more
A
steady.
bit astute, and you're kind of looking at what you're doing, but a lot of them didn't last because these I call it it's an America phrase, they call it mom and pops, like businesses, like there's a lot of baby boomer businesses, that's what they're called, and they're make good money, but they're not big enough for your VCs to buy, but they're just too expensive for a start out to buy.
Yep.
So they're just looking for a good deal. And it's the same in farming. How many guys are retiring at 60, but if they didn't have the inheritance tax, they're going, I've got nobody to take it on, I've got good there, just give me a good deal, structure it in a way, you can pay me one up front and pay me over 5 years for the rest, and then they might be more tax efficient from that way. So it was being kind of astute and thinking, right, how can I structure a deal that would suit them and suit me? And they've made their money, they just want a bit of respect, and you'd be amazed how many men and women want to see young people come up and go, right, they're on their way up, give them a hand because they've been through it, and they quite enjoy seeing that in youngsters. So I was quite lucky the people I did the acquisition by, still get along with them today, still speak to them all. So and then and it's still going to go that way. Some of the deals I'm doing now are the same, and like going back to what you were saying about Dean Booton, you guys speak out quite a lot. They've approached me because they've seen me speak on LinkedIn or talk about it, and people say you're giving away too much, but
really,
many people I've helped in the back of it, because it's like I always think, if you know that new saying, that's not a new saying, but people use it a lot now. I was saying, like, paying it forward, like if I'm helping him, someone will help me, and it comes back. People
yeah, definitely.
point you in the right direction.
There's not
as
a
well.
lot of gangsters in the self-storage business, the container business.
There can be, there
Are
is.
Oh, I think so, because it's a good way to.
Store their things.
Probably a good way to launder money as well, is it not? You can. Are you allowed to be able to get paid in cash for a container? Are you not?
They could do it, yeah. I could see how they could get away with it.
Aye. You just say, I've rented out 100 containers, but there's nothing in the containers. You just take your £100 and can
There was a
put the cash through the
company,
till.
Yeah.
a company in Edinburgh.
Tough one, but-
and outside Edinburgh got busted recently.
Right.
And I never heard of them that had containers. Apparently they had 150. That's how you know. And
'Cause they don't advertise, they're off the
No.
book all the time. That's how you've not heard of them.
and they opened them all up, and apparently they found like 40 cars in them and all sorts. And
Well, there's another great thing about container storage. Of
I was
course.
kind of like,
Of course.
Have
And-
you done anything where you've
Oh, you
thought
must have had.
somebody's been dodgy, or
we had a funny one the other week there. This guy was trying to get in the fight on his phone, and he was contacting the girl, and she phoned me. He said his e-bike had been stolen, and it was saying it was at the self-storage. Because it's we're all automated. You can rent a container, you can do that.
Right,
And
okay.
The e-bike was in like a container, so somebody's rented the container,
And stolen
Stole
his
his
bike.
and it's got a chip in it or a tag
it's
or
got a
something.
chip in it,
Aye.
tagged it, and opened it up. And
It
Did
was
you go
in.
and open it for the boy? And
the girl did.
aye.
Got a girl. My girl works for me. She's from Kazakhstan, and she's very from the Soviet when it was the Soviet Union, and she's very. she's in there.
Just
The
sorting it
fag
out.
in the right of the mouth, open it with the claw hammer, and then not messing about. She's about 5'2". Not messing about. So she was like, yeah, she phoned me. I'm the e-bike, and I was like, well, it's all camera, it's all CCTV. We can pass the CCTV on. It's all coded.
You won't do ID or anything like that for folk taking containers, will you? It'll just be book
We
online.
now do for passports, and
Yeah.
we take a driving license. It's part of our checks on our new software, so we take a driving license because you're getting to a point of size now that you want people to deal with. You don't want to be doing be seen to letting anybody in and not knowing.
Yeah.
You got to, if it's one check for one person, you've got to do the same for the rest. And then
That's fair.
because I've got my systems now for how we do things, and it's everyone's treated the same. So you just got to be careful because you could see it'd be so easy. And we work with kind of Police Scotland sent an email in saying if it's they'll send it to all the self-storage places, right? We do checks.
okay.
If you have would be any reason that we wouldn't be allowed to come do random checks, and that, and you just say you sign it and say no,
Come
on you go.
anytime.
Anytime you want,
Okay.
any come you want. And whereas
That's
if
good.
imagine you were like, no, you're not allowed in.
Aye. Well, some folk will.
Yeah, I think they would. I think they
Some
do.
folk will.
So, but they don't know what they're.
No.
But we're not there. But
Nothing to hide. Aye.
but when we sell containers, we sell to
And that's a good thing for the farmers listening as well, because containers are a popular thing on the farm.
yeah.
Especially for quad bikes, etc. Like a great thing to have on the farm,
Safe,
really.
yeah.
Aye, just extra bit of security, dry.
Yeah.
If
Anything, I
you're
think-
tight for space in the shed, it's a great thing.
Yeah, so
Keeps the rats out as well, I'm guessing.
yeah, they're obviously it's a steel box at the end of the day, but we sell refurbs and new ones. So I get mine down from Felixstowe, and they get trained up into Coatbridge, and then that's why I'm buying in lots. It's another thing getting in because I was buying so many containers. I thought, how can I skip a person and go right to the source?
Yeah.
So I was going to go out to China, and then there, but I couldn't because just with family and kids, I thought, right, if I get right to the source, so then we're getting them cheaper again. So it's we can do a new container for 2,390, but then we're doing all these. I've got a direct contact with the shipping lines, so all their ones that are coming off the ship, because a container will usually do 10 years at sea. Any are coming in and if came in empty, not a return trip, I take them all, so I take them in lots of 20s and 30s.
Okay.
We blast them and give them a brand new coat of marine paint, which is what they're painted in the first place, and normally farmers want green. Just because it blends in. So they've been really popular.
Yeah.
I spoke to Zoe before I came out today, and she's like, I've got a backlog of 20.
Is that right?
And what sort of money's in the refurb ones?
We sell them for 1,550.
Okay.
Aye, for a 24 foot, is it? 12 foot?
20 foot,
20
yeah.
foot.
Wow.
And that's
1,550.
that's a refurb, yeah.
Aye, but that'll be like bone dry inside.
Yeah, bit of a brand new paint.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
we'll look at it like
And you
new.
paint it, but it's all bone dry inside.
Yeah,
totally
doors all
sealed.
work, no seal, it's all guaranteed watertight.
And it's
So-
got the bit that folds over and you stick a padlock through it. It's the
Yeah.
two handles you pull round and
Pull handles, you put a lock in it, and if you want additional lockbox, I think they had on £25 or something like that. So
1,500. That
That's brilliant.
yeah,
does
we've been
seem
told
very
we're
good.
too cheap, but because I've got the HIABs now, I bought the HIAB business, so we've got our own crane and lorry. It was it. So
bad.
You're unbelievable.
Good, it's good.
Yes.
so like I thought,
Just sounds like a headache right enough. That all these staff right enough. That
I
sounds the
know.
worst it, but it's obviously paying the. It's paying
because I
well.
thought if I'm setting up these new sites, I've just priced one site there. It's going to cost me £80,000 in transport, and then the boy that delivered my containers before. I thought, you know, retire anytime soon. I was like, when you retire, He's like, I'm retiring. I've had enough. He says, right, can I buy your trucks and stuff like that? And he was like, yeah, go on then. So I then rebranded it, HIAB Container Scotland. It was at the Kelso Tup sales.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was right behind us. And so I thought, I can sell you a container, I can set my own sites up, and I can deliver your container, so it's all done in house. So all the girls work opposite each other. I've got guys that work in the business, but
that makes
they're
it so
just like,
streamlined.
Aye, can you deliver this when boy for a
well, who can
container?
deliver it? I'll put you on to Karen. Or can
See,
you deliver this? I'll
that's
put you on to Zoe.
so
I'll put you on to
good.
Lucy. And then they're just feeding each other all the time.
Perfect.
Do you cover the whole of Scotland?
Yeah, whole of Scotland, yeah. So they've been up to Oban and all different places and up the Highlands and delivering them. And I think people like it because if it gets damaged, it's our driver.
Yeah.
Hire it in, so like that guarantee.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's all in
they're
house.
fully covered.
Yeah.
But you, so you're 1550 plus delivery. of course.
1550,
There has to be delivery. It could be
yeah,
Inverness
delivery on
or
top of
something.
it, depending on where
Aye.
you are.
Aye,
But we're
yeah.
quite reasonable with it because, like,
Well, if you're central belt, it'll be fine. Obviously, there's
well,
got to be
we're
a wee
just-
bit more for.
we're on at Stirling, and
Yeah.
we're just round the corner from UA,
Right, okay.
just at Sainsbury's. So we run the truck out there. So there's a reason why that's so popular because it's so central.
Yeah.
We go into that roundabout. You're 35 minutes into Perth. You're 35 minutes into Glasgow, and you're 45 into Edinburgh.
Yeah,
Aye.
that's
Can't
a
get more
great
central
location,
spot.
That's
though.
why UA Market is so popular. Like it's
Yeah.
well, it's a good business as well, but it's what a location. Like it is the best location for
Yeah.
of any
I-
market.
I was
Like,
going
it's-
into my office the other day. I dropped off 4 sheep for fat, dropped them in there, popped them in the office on the way, signed off their documents, signed some stuff for the office, and I was in the market around the back within 5 minutes.
Aye.
Not even 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Aye.
And they were
Yeah,
like,
you're
and they were
there.
like,
yeah.
and
I suppose we better touch. I'm conscious we're getting
Yeah.
way over the hour here, but your sheep enterprise, you're going for pedigree Suffolks.
yeah, pedigree Suffolks and Hampshires. So started off with some Hampshires. A guy,
that's the
David Taylor down in. He just kind of he's into vets. He had a really good top 5% MV graded Hampshire. So I
For
got
Hampshires.
so I got them, and then I bought one of the pedigree tups that won the Highland Show for the Hampshires. So I just said, look, you interested? I can't breed them again. We'll do you a deal. I like a deal. So done a deal with them. And then I thought, I really want Suffolks. I had Texels, but Texels were really my thing. I had them. They're great sheep, but I always wanted Suffolks. So I went back to the guy, John Elliott down at Roxburgh Mains. They're really well known for their Suffolks and Aberdeen Angus. So I'm off him. But I was saying to Cammy that it was quite nice for me because my granddad was his dad's right hand man down. So when they had Duns, my granddad ran Scar Law Farm, which farmers will know, and then Robburn, and then the flocks. Obviously they call it the Robburn flock. So it was nice for me because, and then obviously like John had a picture of my granddad and
That
Skidoo
is so
with
nice.
with his
Yeah.
dad,
Nice nostalgia.
and then his
Yeah,
his
really
dad
nice.
was telling me how my great granddad taught him everything he knew and all that. So it was quite nice. So I thought, what a nice way to start with your Suffolks. You've got a really good flock from him, and a lot from him, and then to kind of get yourself going. And
You better tell us a story about you had the chance to buy a tup at £4,000. What was that story?
I hope it doesn't mind me saying, but the chance, he said, look, good, one of the best I've bred. You'd have it at 4 or 5 grand if you. And I thought, nah, I want the buzz on the day to buy it Kelso, and ended up winning first prize on the Thursday night. Went for 22 grand.
What a bargain it'd have been.
But then I ended up buying. I bought a really good top lamb from a guy Gavin Brown,
Okay.
and he's got really good sheep. So I bought his top lamb.
Aye.
And it ended up being, I was like, well, I want this one. And it ended up going for the top price at
Which
Kelso.
was?
It was 5,000.
Okay.
And then I thought, well, I better do the job.
Aye,
then, eh?
aye,
But
pressure's on.
it was a great, it's a great top lamb, and it's
And you got that buzz of buying it at the sale.
got a buzz of buying
Yeah.
it. And I actually took my old man. My old man hadn't been there since he was a kid.
Aye.
Oh,
And
brilliant.
I said, right, what are you up to? And he's an accountant, and he's like, not much. And he said, right, I want you to be there. I'm going to buy him the first tup there. And because he went there with my granddad and so
That
this
is
stuff.
so
That's I
nice.
thought, right,
Yeah.
it'd be quite nice.
Oh, 100%.
So, and he was quite, he like kind of like, he was like, this is brilliant. This is like good
Yeah.
to see it going full circle. And
Definitely.
Johnny that was buying the stuff from, like, his granddad was there and there. So it's nice to see it's went full circle coming back
So
in.
nice.
So what is your flock name? What we need to look out for? What's the flock name?
And Sinclair Holdings.
Sinclair Holdings. Right,
Yeah.
okay. So that's what to watch for in the Suffolks and the Hampshires, of course.
Yeah, we'll see. So we've got good sheep, but you know, it's like you got to be a good stocksman, and I've got a girl comes in once a week and she's really good, so she kind of advises me, and she goes round a couple of other farmers and helps out. She's got her own.
Who's that?
A girl, Kirsty.
Right, okay.
So she's out that way. She'll come in and say, right, you're not doing this right. You're doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than the dose
I think
or X, Y, and Z.
I think you need to look at this if you can, because I want to make a really good job of them for next year. So you don't want them. I don't want to. It's like business. I've seen it as a business thing now. I want to make sure.
You just want to win.
It's
competitive.
Don't think I'll be beating many of the good boys anytime soon.
No,
but
sports people are all the same. Like, they just want to win.
yeah, and you're buying good gimmers.
Same with your
and-
business, I can tell. It's not about the money, it's about winning.
Yeah, I want to have some.
You've been the biggest.
Well, just winning. Small victories all the time. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and you like some of these guys have been in it for years, and like to see their stock they've got there, you're thinking. But maybe I thought that when I was doing the removals, I'd never get to his stage or there. But I enjoy it, and it's my release. Like people are like, why you want to inject sheep with tentamycin and in the piss and rain and do this and what you up to, Adam? I'll be on a call in the office doing like we do a Monday meet, and like with like 8 of them, and I'll be on earphones and like, right, what's projection for this week? And they're like, right, and I'm trying to like just like sheep over and inject it and spray its feet. And
That's like when
but-
you and I are talking mostly.
and I enjoy it though. It's like it's a release.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And people are like, why would you think that's a release? But I've loved sheep and into sheep since I was a kid because it's in me.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, totally.
But no, it's we'll see what comes from it, you know. And I'm quite positive next year I'll come out with some good stock. But we'll see what happens.
And if people are interested or want to find you, what's the best
Yeah, if
way?
they're wanting to get a container delivered to the farm.
It's Hiab Container Scotland.
Hiab Containers Scotland.
Hiab Container Scotland.
Container.
And that girl's deal with Zoe. She's on LinkedIn. She's got a website, and you phone in. And I was just going to say for any farmers, if they just supply their holding number, and then just quote fed by farmers,
Oh, there we go.
they'll get 10% off.
Oh, I like that. That was good.
So they supply their hold. If the farmer supply their hold number
Yeah.
and fed by farmers, and then they'll get 10% off for
There's
a.
not £50 off it. That's
Yeah,
right.
so-
That's
and-
very good. Ian.
And then
That's
we'll
good.
do that for. I'm happy to do that for the foreseeable because it's like, farmers hardly get helped out these days. So it's good to.
That's really nice.
No, you're an
Yeah,
absolute gentleman. No, that's nice. So no, we'll make
Really
sure.
nice.
I will absolutely shout about that as well when we do our intros and outros
Yeah,
as well. Make sure
definitely.
that's all clarified. All the details will be in the show notes below. Before I can't wrap up without asking you and mention it. Do you know Adam Wood?
Yes.
Is he any good? He's a rugby
Shearing
player.
at rugby.
Aye, well, either. Well, I know he's no good at the shearing. What's he like at the rugby?
He's quite good. He was getting.
Oh,
he's stuck,
mate, that's
he's
not what I
stuck
want to
in.
hear. I know he's quite good. Adam, what you
He's
tell me
good.
tell me he's rubbish. He can't,
I'd still bar him. So, and my and he knows it as well. So my goal in life is when he ever comes to my house and he's doing fencing or sorting sheep is just to get a smile out of him, just to get if I just get that wee glint out of him, you're like, because you can see it coming, and you're like, he's got the big beard, and I'm like, come on, Woodsy, come on.
he's a big fan of the podcast, so I'm sure.
But he's a great guy, and
Bet you never thought you'd hear Finn Russell and Adam Wood mention the same podcast. There we go.
so no, but they're both good guys, and it just, you know what it's like though, the farming, and Stirling County's got a lot of farmers there, and that's how we all know each other, and like guys, and so it's like rugby clubs when it all happens really. So it's he's a good guy.
Yeah. There we go. Good. Anyway. Well, Adam, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks for
guys.
coming down, and good luck with the growth. Can't wait to see where it goes, mate.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
thank you. Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
And we're back. What do you think, Adam?
I thought he was great.
Yeah. Good speaker. Good guy. Just a nice guy.
Really nice guy, yeah.
Which is quite annoying.
Why?
Well, because he's also 6'5",
Did you feel like a wee boy?
bum chin, curly blonde hair, built like a professional rugby
Yeah.
player. He's got a big business that's making a fortune,
And he's nice.
and he's quite a nice guy. You know,
I know.
You don't want him to be a nice guy. You want it to balance out a wee bit.
Yeah.
Although I dare say, by the sounds of it, he wasn't such a nice guy in the rugby field. But
What's a bum chin?
I don't know, his chin's like that a wee bit.
And is that like you want that?
Well, that's like Desperate Dan, like it's like Hollywood stars, isn't it?
Is,
have
is
that?
it kind of like dimples? Like,
Aye, it's just a thing. It's like Hollywood stars have it, don't they?
Right.
Henry Cavill.
Right.
Has it? That's bum chin.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
he's got it all going from Adam, but also a nice guy, and now coming into the Suffolk world as well. So you may watch out at Kelso or at Suffolk sales. You might see Adam getting stuck in, and really fascinating. Also, thanks very much to Adam. And I'm saying this just now, but we're going to go back and mention this for the intro as well. He's doing a fantastic offer for farmers. Now, I'm just trying to remember, it's roughly £1,500, £1,550 I think it was, for a refurbished container. But if you say that you've heard it on Fed by Farmers, he'll knock you 10% off that.
You have to give your farm holding number.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
need
for
your
farmers.
69 or whatever your farm holding, your CPH holding number.
Yep.
Just a simple way to prove, I suppose, you're a farmer. Although if you're listening to Fed by Farmers, you'll get one. But phone up the office. We'll put the details in the show notes, or you can simply Google. Google's the simplest way. Adam's business, HiAb Container Scotland. They'll pop right up, top search there. Phone the office and say you heard it in Fed by Farmers. You'll get a discount. We have one coming.
I know, I'm like, could I use one for anything? Just not really got much stuff.
Do the massaging in a container in the garden.
Oh,
Save them coming in the house.
true. Garden's not big enough.
For a container. Yeah, poverty. So handy and farm, hold the quad bike, etc. So thank you very much to Adam for that. We'll be back next week with another podcast. We will try and get out on time. I've been flying about to Orkney. I've been down at Penrith speaking with the Farmers Network. It was absolutely fantastic. We should be doing Friday chats and talking about all this.
I know,
we really
people were
should.
asking.
I know. It's see with the following we've got.
I know.
It's madness that we don't capitalise, and not even capitalise, make use of it.
I know.
And do content and podcasts.
We've got a lot going on.
We do them now. We're working on. Well, not working on that. We love it, man. I just actually love it. I love to be running flat out, but it does have its drawbacks. Anyway, thank you very much, folks, for listening. We'll see you next week for another one. I've been Cammy,
I've been Iona.
and we're all Fed
Fed
by
by
Farmers.
Farmers.